If you don't know how to properly cut or pad very well, this tutorial is for you. Hi everyone, welcome back again to another interesting tutorial. My name is Mercy. Guys, today we are going to learn how to properly cut and pad. Okay, you can see how beautiful this my own padding is looking. This is how yours is gonna be looking. If you're interested, just keep watching. Okay, now guys, to start, I'll be using this paper as an illustration. First of all, if you are marking on the paper, make sure that you have added your 0.5 inches joining allowance on the curvy part. So I am going to, let's assume that you have added it up. So I'm going to measure from the bust, my nipple to nipple divided by 2. I am going to mark. Before you mark on the paper, if you want to cut out your wording on the paper, make sure you added your allowance on the paper while marking on the while cutting you are or while drafting. Okay, so let's assume I have added 0.5 inches on this paper. I went on the bust to mark out my nipple to nipple divide by 2. Okay, so if you haven't added any allowance, you make sure you shift your 0.5 inches outside. You see the way I shifted the tape earlier, then you shift it and mark your nipple to nipple divide by 2. Then you start to make a dotted line like so, connecting it to come to the front area. Make sure that you are having your 0.5 inches allowance or 0.7 inches allowance for your turning up. Now you are going to make that the dotted line, bring it down to the underbust like so. So everything you're making is going to be stopping at the underbust. So you see the way I just mark it, that is how I'm going to be marking it on my fabric, because I did not add any sewing allowance on the paper. So I'm going to be marking it out on the fabric. Okay, now on the fabric, coming to, so if you watch here, you will see that I just shifted in. I just placed my paper to indicate my bust line and the chest line and notch it. Then after that, I went ahead to mark it again with my chalk. Now from this outside, I measured in on the bust horizontal line with nipple to nipple divide by 2 and marked. So you see the way I'm just connecting it, I'm going to bring it down to the underbust. Make sure you notch your bust line and chest line on the fabric, okay, so that you won't be confused. So you mark your chalk like so. You see the way the shape of that chalk is, that is how the shape of your wording is going to be. Now I'm making use of a soft wording, as you can see. So I'll be doubling it, like the front is going to be double while the side part is going to be double. So you see the way I just folded it into 2 and fold it again into 4 pieces. So I have 4 pieces there. Like if I open it up, it's going to be 2 fabric, okay, for the wording. Now I'm just going to go ahead and lay my marked or Ankara on top of the wording and begin to pin it down. You see the way I'm just pinning it down. So I didn't pin it very well. I just remove the pin and arrange it very well. Now having done that, I'm just going to go ahead and pin it up again. So this shape that I mark on the fabric is going to help me to know where to start to cut and where to stop. Now after that, I'm going to use my marker to mark it in a dotted curve like so, stopping at the underbust. You see the way I'm just doing it. It's because of you guys that I'm doing this. If not, I would have used my scissors to cut everything out. Now flipping the Ankara up, I'm going to mark at the underbust. I am just making this so that you won't be confused while cutting. It's just a proper way to cut your padding. If you're making use of a soft padding, go ahead and double it. Okay, if it is a hard or thicker padding, you don't need to double it. If you're making this padding for a busty person, all you have to do is to add just one soft wording, so that after joining and padding it up, this padding is not going to be too big for a busty. So you use a soft light wording, just one pad is going to be enough, not the doubling that I'm making right now. So you see the way I'm just marking everything across like so. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the side part following the shape I mark on the fabric. Hope you understand. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove my pin and begin to cut it out gently. So while cutting, I noticed that this upper part is pointy. I'm still going to go ahead and reduce a little bit. I wouldn't want this upper part shape to be pointy. Okay, so I have my side part like so. So this is the side padding. So I am going to be having 4 pieces here, 2 for here and 2 for the other side. So I have 4 there. So I'm going to indicate where the bust the front place is going to be. Like if I'm laying it on the Ankara fabric, the side front part, okay, you indicate it because this shape can confuse you. You will know with the side that is going to be at the front and the side that is going to be at the sewing allowance part. So I have 4 pieces, 2 for one side, 2 for the other side. Now, having done that, you can see the way I just use my marker to indicate the side that I'm going to be laying like so. You see what I'm just talking about? Yes. So that dot is going to help me a lot to indicate the front part. So this one is going to be for the other side padding. Now I'll keep it aside. I'll still come back to it. I want to cut the center front. I folded this wording. I'm having a pieces of wording in my house, so I'm just going to fold like 2 wording like this and place the Ankara on top of it. Remember, this one is going to be folded up, so the side part is going to be closed. Now having done that, you see what I just did. I used my marker to mark it round, stopping at the underbust, so that you indicate the underbust. So I'm going to be stopping there. Whatever you are doing, if you're cutting, just mark it gently so that you won't get confused. Okay, I'll flip it up and mark at the underbust like so. Whatever you are using to cut your padding, please don't like exceed the underbust. Don't pass through underbust. Make sure that your wording is stopping at the underbust. Okay. Now after that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut. And if you're cutting, if you're drafting this your busty, so if you haven't add allowance, make sure you add allowance on this upper part of the fabric, Ankara fabric, so that if you're turning it up, you are going to be good to go. Now after doing that, this is what I just did. I cut the down part, which is the underbust. I cut it out. So here we have the center front. I still went ahead to use my marker to indicate the chest line and the bust horizontal line, laying it flat. And remember, I notch on the fabric, on the center front of the fabric, I notch on the bust and chest line. So after laying it, I'm going to double it like so. But before I iron, I will iron a black hairstay on the Ankara fabric. I'm going to iron a black hairstay on the Ankara fabric, but this is how it's going to be arranged. Okay, so coming to the side part, remember I said I have a pointy shape on the side part. I'm going to eliminate it a little bit. You see the way I'm just curving it out. I don't like that pointy shape, so it's a choice. It's your choice. If you want, you can leave it like so. If you don't want, you trim it a little bit the way you see me trimming my. So I'll use this one, place it to the other one, and cut out. I'll lay it on top and trim the other one. So guys, if you love what we do here, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video, okay? If you're watching us from Facebook, please share this video. If you're also watching from our YouTube channel, don't forget to share this video and give us a thumbs up. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section, okay? I will get back to you. So I'm also going to indicate with my marker the side part like I said before, and I'll iron like so. But before I do that, I'm going to cut out my black hairstay or a cloth or a cloth gum, like some of us called it, a cloth gum, and iron on the fabric. make sure you iron your cloth gum. Don't use a paper stay. Paper stay is going to rumple this your beautiful busty. Okay, so I'm going to iron it. Now this is what I have after ironing my hairstay, which is the black color and the wording. The next thing is to join it. So this is my sewing machine. I'm going to start by joining one side of the busty. First of all, I went ahead to trim the wording a little bit. The one that is outside, I'll trim the excess out. Now bringing the center front, laying the side part on the center front, one of it, making sure that the upper parts are lined. So I'm going to stitch with 0.5 inches. So you see the way I'm just stitching. If you're stitching, you use one hand to be arranging this upper part, then use one hand to be, you know, drawing it a little bit, not too, don't draw it too much. Oh, you just be arranging it and sew with 0.5 inches. If you're expert in this, you don't need to mark any 0.5 inches. If you watch, I didn't use my chalk to mark out any 0.5 inches. I just stitch from the upper part that to the down part, like so. You see the beautiful cup we are having after stitching it. So guys, if you cannot stitch or like this, make sure you pin it up. I pin this up. Oh, pin it up. Okay, and I'll use your chalk to mark out 0.5 inches if you're not an expert. So after doing that, you see our first side busty is looking very, very beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and join the other side cup. I'm still arranging the inside. You see how deep the inside is looking. Now next is to join the other side part like so. Guys, please, the inside needed to be notched, but before you notch this allowance that is at the inside, make sure you have ironed this with your boss ham. Iron that allowance with your boss ham. Iron it open. After ironing it open, you notch it with your scissors gently. Okay, iron it open first with your boss ham and notch it. So I have gone ahead to join this the remaining parts. You see how the front, the deepness is looking. So I'm going to use my hand to flip it, push it up at the outside front like so, and this is going to be giving me a beautiful look and shape. So if I should bring down the center, this is how my cup is going to be looking. Hope you learned something today. Don't forget to share this video and don't forget to follow up subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, thanks for watching and bye for now. All you have to do is to use your lining, join it like so and turn it up. See you on the next tutorial. Bye for now.